Making money slow is one of the hardest things in business. It's kind of like just sticking to one thing that works very well for the business and doing it time and time in, time out, again and again, and really focus and doubling down on it. Most of the time, people don't actually do that, right? Because it's very, very difficult to actually do the same old thing over and over again, even though it is easy and simple to do it. And the formula for success, it is very straightforward if you do what works. Now, I have been reading a lot of SG Reddit, right? Singapore's Reddit on financial independence, retire early. Acronym is FIRE, right? Browsing a lot of Reddit threads recently. As I'm 32 this year, and I kind of get drawn into like retiring early as the main concept and the main idea. So the funny thing about financial independence, retire early, even though it says, in a sense, you generate FU money as fast as you can, and then you retire with no liabilities, no problems. Basically, you have enough assets in your nest egg, in stocks, in property, whatever it may be, to really retire and have no problems, and you can do whatever you want and be free. The funny thing in that entire Reddit thread is people making stupid and bad decisions about buying stocks that people recommend, doing stupid stuff like over leveraging on property, putting money in random places, try to get rich quick, very, very fast, based on like all the hidden gems and all the secret ways of doing it in trading. What I realize is that the surefire way to actually succeed in actually attaining financial independence is very much about doing it slowly, right? Majority of the people inside that thread also recommend the only path that everyone thinks it's a surefire way, right? So the path is very, very simple, but most people can't stick to it. In financial independence, retire early for Singaporeans, a lot of people just say buy ETFs, S&P 500. A very stupid concept. Everyone knows this concept. Everyone hears of this concept. But nobody, sometimes not everyone, I think a small majority actually able to endure, consistently do it day in, day out, right? So I've been actually contributing for the last 3 years, and only the last 2 years, it recently actually rise by a lot. And my income actually grew as well, and I put more into that ETF. Now, before, when I left my agency, what I realized was that my income also grew at that point of time. And then I started doing crypto. I started doing random stuff that I didn't understood about. And what happened after I embarked into crypto, into various other investment projects, I lost money on all of them, right? And it's not saying that they are bad projects. It's just I didn't understand. I tried to get rich quick, right, in a sense, because I have money, I have resources, I can play around and diversify. But the reality is that if I just stick to that one thing, which is to buy the ETF day in, day out, every single month, every time it dips, I buy more, I constantly work on my business, save more money, essentially I'll be very, very rich no matter what. I can retire in the next 10 years, 5 years even, right? So why am I doing that? I want to retire in the next 1 year, 1 month. It's not that, because our brain is actually designed for dopamine. It look for solutions. The consistent thing that you do is very, very boring, right? This applies the exact same concept in business as well, right? Most of the clients I coach in business and in consulting, all that, they like to find the brand new thing to do. I'm not saying it's a wrong thing to do. Obviously, if the market changes and everything changes, you need to find a brand new thing. But what you want to realize is that fundamentals never change, right? So if you do a thing that is right to get sales, or do a thing that's right to get leads, the answer is actually just to redo it over and over again to the point you can't do it ever again. Like, you do it to the maximum amount, right? Let's just say you prospect people on Facebook. Every time you write Facebook posts to get clients, double that, triple the volume of that, talk to 3 times more people, deliver more offers to people, right? And that bare minimum, you can scale a company by minimum 1.5 to 2x in the next month, right? And if you can't do that, do better. And this is what I learned from Alex Hormozy as well, right? Very much that is the key, rather than looking for the brand new shiny funnel, looking for other things, right? So when looking into our clients, all of our clients fall in the same track. Even me as a person will fall into the same track, be it for business, for retirement, and everything. Even no matter how logical you are, you will still be very emotional. If a guy on the street, your friends tell you that this is the brand new thing that's going to make your business thrive in the next year, in 2025, what will you do? You will be interested, you will look at it and see how it does it. Or if a guy say, using AI and this prompt and this tool, I managed to make 2x from my ads, you'd be like, how the hell do you do it? So the reality is that there's distractions, there's noise everywhere around. But what you want to look at is the fundamentals, right? So for me, it's similar to the FIRE, right? The financial independence, retire early type of concept. For me, it's the same in business, right? So first thing is just get attention, right? Get attention and position yourself differently from all the other competitors. Be a personal brand, get people to know what your values, your mission, who you are. What do you do uniquely that's different from other people, be it in a niche, target audience, whatever it may be. Generate attention to content, either through content, through ads or some way, put them through a conversion mechanism that you're sure that it works, and it works for you in business. Let's just say it's a one-on-one call, let's just say it's a webinar, let's just say it's an email and you write them and you send them a Google Doc to sign up for your membership, monthly membership. I don't care what is it. If something that's working, double down on it, right? Unless you hate the way that you're doing it. If not, very much double down on it and delegate it and actually scale the company itself. And the last one is really look into retention, look into upsells, and to actually increase your lifetime value of a client, how much they spend in your company. So very much just following these things, it is very, very simple, right? But then again, there's also nuances in between. Like, let's just say I want to put more on content, I want to put more on ads. How do I do it? And that comes with system, that comes with experience and working with experienced people. But in general, volume, most of the time, is key rather than only skills, right? So with skills, definitely you get things much easier, you do things much better, you convert higher, you get more show-ups, you get more leads, you get quality leads. But what I mean by volume is that the volume negates like every type of thing and increase your surface area of luck. It's very much like the S&P 500, right? So most of the time when I invest S&P 500, it's like 7 to 9%, right? Most people say that's like freaking slow. Why don't I invest in Bitcoin? It's like 30%, 50%, 100%, whatever maybe, or in another meme coin or whatsoever. But the key thing about it is like compound interest actually works the best. Right? This happened to me in dance, happened to me in various hobbies that I've done. So the first 3 to 5 years of me in any hobby usually suck, right? I see other people more talented, I see other people better. Usually the teachers that I learn from, or mentors I learn from, are always focused on the fundamentals, right? And I might suffer for the first 3 to 4 years, right? Doesn't matter. But after that tipping point, I get better and better, and I start winning, right? And that's very like similar to my dance journey as well. I was stuck for first 5 years. I didn't get past in any battle auditions, and then if you see the last 2 to 3 years of my dance career, I actually started getting into auditions, getting past stages, winning competition, eventually dancing and improving the same way, but it's using the fundamentals. It's a slow and steady kind of win rate. But then for people who actually win at the start or like get very, very far off in the auditions, even though they don't have fundamentals, what happens to them in the end is they get very confused. They get very uncertain what path they're going to take. They don't have an identity. They get just distracted by so many different things as well, right? So it's the same as business, same in financial independence. And this is like the idea I want to put forth to people, right? Don't chase after the fast money things only, right? Really look into the fundamentals, the simplicity of things, and actually focus on that rather than actually looking into what's hype, what's dopamine hitting, right? They're brick and mortar business making millions of dollars. They scale through different means, and then you say, oh, internet marketing is the only way, running Facebook ads is the only way. No, it's not the only way. But rather, if you understand it at a fundamental level, right? How do you attract clients? How do you convert them? How do you position yourself different from other people? If you do that thing day in, day out, simple stuff, and also increase the volume of the actions that you're doing every single day, you more likely will be able to generate a lot of money. Yeah, that's very, very simple, right? But most people can't do the simple stuff in life. It's very much like the financial independence threat that people keep complaining about as well. Yeah, so this is the main point that I have a pet peeve as well. So I do it myself sometimes, but yeah, it's just my own thoughts, feelings about it, and how I draw parallel between different things in life as well. And like, if you realize the universal laws are very, very similar, right? The more you think simple stuff, not complex, do it simply, and you get very, very good results with it, and just need to double down on it, right? So I did a content about certain things, and that content took off, right? So what do? I double down. I create more variations of that be it for my clients, for myself. Same thing for ads, right? I do more of that. I double down. I create 1,000 ads to scale, be it whatever it may be. This is the key, right? So if you understand this, basically business will be easy. Technically, your life will be easier, right? It might feel hard at the start, right? But it just feels hard, and the compound effort will eventually catch up to the point that sometimes business might be easy, might be passive. You can hire teams to replace things here and there, right? So this is essentially what I feel about compound interest, feels about business, and all these things, right? If you like this style of content, let me know. I'll be doing more of this style and also talking more about AI in the next video as well. So I'll catch you